Let us solve the problem 242 on Leetcode called as valid anagram. What is an anagram? Anagram is a word or a phrase formed by rearranging letters of another word. For example, cinema and Iceman are anagrams because all the characters of the word cinema comes in the word Iceman and length of both the words would be same. Given two strings s and t, return true if t is anagram of s, false otherwise. Let us take input 1. Input 1, s is equal to anagram, t is equal to nagara. Now this is an anagram because both the words have same set of alphabets as well as the length is same. Let's take example 2. S is equal to rat and t is equal to car. So words R and T are present in word car, but T is not present in string T. That's why we return false. The input can be around 50,000 characters, and S and T consist of lowercase English letters only, which means that our input set is constrained from A to Z. Let's check follow-up. What if input contains Unicode characters? How would you adapt your solution to such a case? We will solve this also, but for this valid anagram question we will solve using two different approaches. I've given two more examples over here. S1 is equal to pat and S2 is equal to tap. This should return true. And second example is S1 is equal to car and then it should return false. Now let us take the first approach. This is plain simple approach where we try to find string S and T are anagram using array. How do we do that? We first convert string s into character array. We get it in C1. We convert t into character array ch2. We sort both of them and just we compare it using arrays.equals. And that's it. This is the plain simple way to solve a problem. Right. What would be the time complexity and what would be the space complexity? Let's take time complexity. For this operation, the time complexity would be of n because it will copy entire string into a new character array. Same for this one. The time complexity for sort would be n log n, as well as for this one, and arrays dot equals would be of n, right? N is length of string s or string t. The dominating factor is of n log n. Space, for this operation the space complexity would be of n because it creates new character array and returns it. Same for this one. The space complexity of sorting algorithm depends on what sorting algorithm internally is used while doing arrays.sort. If you make an assumption that the string would be really huge and quicksort will be used, so we can say with fair degree of confidence that log n would be the space complexity as it needs log n branches in recursion, and arrays dot equals doesn't need any space, so it will be of 1. So space complexity would be log n. While saying this we have to explain why it is log n, and that is the reason over here. This was the first way to solve the problem. The second way to solve a problem is using array of constant size, and this is because our input varies from A to Z, that is of size 26. Let us dig right into the code. Our method signature is public boolean is anagram with string s and string t. Again, same condition we will use as we used in the previous method. S dot length is not equal to t dot length, return false. Okay. Now we have to create an array of constant size that is of size 26 because we are just representing elements A to Z, right? We can create array like this. You can say, let us call this frequency is new int 26. Now what we can do is we can iterate from 0 to less than s dot length or t dot length, it doesn't matter. And what we will do over here is we will have this array is frequency of s dot caret I plus plus. We will increment that particular index's value. Now this is important. Array I will represent, let's say if character is a, then it will represent 97 as it is ASCII. What you have to do over here is minus this character i's value with 97 or with character I. Let me show you how to do that. Let me erase this and I will write it again over here. Frequency of s dot caret I minus a plus plus and frequency of t dot caret I minus a minus minus. We did minus because every element of s must be in t, and if it is not, based on that negative value or any value that is greater than 1, we can say that this value doesn't really exist in, this value is not an anagram. What you can do is you can do something like this. For in frequency, if count is not equal to 0, you return false, else you return true. That's it. This is how we can solve using array. So let us take a look at time and space complexity for this. Let's take time first. Time and space. Time complexity for this is O of n. This is index access, so this is O of 1. Again, this is also O of 1. And this will be total of frequency, which is constant. So we really don't need to worry about this one. So total time spent would be O of n. Space complexity again is interesting one for this one, because what we have done is we have created frequency array of length 26, which means that the maximum space we are using is 26 of 26, but this is a constant factor. Regardless of string s size and string t size, our frequency array will always remain the same. Based on that, you can say that what we have done is constant space solution. Regardless of that, you can still say it is open solution. Let us see how this solution will work on Leetcode, and we will also solve the solution for Unicode characters. Writing the code in Leetcode, if s dot length is not equal to t dot length, then we can return false, and character ch1 is equal to s dot to char array, ch2 is equal to t dot to char array, arrays dot sort ch1, arrays dot sort ch2, and we return arrays dot equals ch1 and ch2. Verify the character namings. S is not equal to t. Alright, looks good. Let us submit this. This worked. Let us try to solve it using constant space approach. We create a frequency table of length 26 and run the loop till s is length and frequency dot s dot caret I plus plus, and for t we'll just decrement it, and we check whether there is any count of frequency that is not 0. If it is not equal to 0, we return false, else we return true. Submit. Let's see whether this worked. Index out of bound. Forgot to do this. This also worked. Let us take a look at the Unicode solution. How to do it for Unicode. Java supports Unicode characters, and for that what we can do is we can just use character class. So let's say we have a map of class character and integer. So now we'll do something similar. I is equal to 0, I is less than s dot length I plus plus, and we say map dot put s dot caret I and map dot get all default s dot caret I comma 0 plus 1. This is similar to this line, and now we have to write this line minus minus. So let's copy paste that line, change it to t dot caret I, and over here we say minus 1. Then we go ahead and let's say map dot entry character integer entry map dot entry set if entry dot get value is not equal to 0, return false, let's return true. Okay, semicolon expected. Where is semicolon expected? All right, this is how we can solve it for Unicode characters. Thank you.